Right, heating plants can only use coal. That's ridiculous. Workshop. Oil heating plant. Oil heating plant employs 50 workers, produces 150 megajoules of heat. There's one there. Yeah, indeed, Rome. It's called oil heating plant. The one I'm looking at. It is that one, I think. It's literally called oil heating plant. Ooh, large oil storage. I like the look of that. That's quite cool. Let's have a look at that. Employs 50 people as well, blimey. Right, let's have a look. Storage, non-heating plant, that one. So 50 workers, chucks out 150 gigajoules of heat, 1.5 tons of oil consumed at maximum. Max power consumption per day, 49 megajoules. Pretty soon we're going to be taking up so much power that we're not going to be selling it anymore, and then we have no way of making money. So that's one to be careful of. Yeah, I don't know, our Swaggy. I do not know, dude. Like, if we have a look at a coal version of that, that produces 42 gigajoules of heat. That one produces 210. So I guess the mod is roughly equivalent to a small coal one. And it takes 50 workers. So that only takes 7 workers. So that mod's a bit rubbish, really, if you look at it. Because it chucks out the same heat as a small one, but takes more workers than a large heating plant in coal. So it's a bit rubbish. It's actually a rubbish mod. It's not been balanced properly along with coal. Like, why would oil be so ridiculously inefficient compared to coal? The problem with coal is there's no coal anywhere near apart from there. We literally have to terraform if you want that. So we can get that. We can get that, but no, anything on the menu down here is standard. Yeah. So anything down here is standard. If you want a mod, you literally have to go and click it over here. It doesn't put any modded stuff into the menu here. The screenshot on the Steam page shows that it allows it to produce 150 gigajoules. Oh, did I just misread it, Rome? One sec. Yeah, I misread it. Okay, my bad. Hang on. Right, so it's 150. So, all right. So it's somewhere between. It's about 75% of a large coal heating plant, but it takes an extra 50% more workers. Oh, why's my camera died? Hang on. It's getting a bit warm in here. Yeah, I've just noticed. It's 25 Celsius in my room. Let me just put the aircon on. I thought I felt a bit warm. The camera's overheated. It's so annoying. It's a great camera, the Sony Alpha, but God, it overheats. See if we can get it back on. There you go. Yeah, alright. The problem is, if the temperature reader is showing 25, then higher up in the room, it's probably a bit warmer as well. Anyway, so it takes more workers, but it chucks out a good amount of heat. You can't sell the heat, though, so that's something that we only want to build when we have to, really. Thank you, Blackmont. Thank you for 101 months. 101. That's a lot of years of great content, dude. That's a lot of support. Thank you. Yeah, so we need to think strategically now, because if we make the wrong decision here, we could go bankrupt. So how much does an oil refinery? It costs 300,000. It's going to take a maximum of 500 workers. What? 500 workers? Holy moly. I don't know, Captain Flint. Honestly, don't know. But that's it. When it gets too warm, it shuts off. So to get the whole fuel bitumen thing online, we'd have to spend 300 grand on a refinery. We'd have to build another apartment block, import a whole load of people. We'd have to build a shipping port, and then we'd have to buy ships and export the fuel and the bitumen. Or we truck it initially, and we know how well that always goes with the huge bottleneck that we get here. But I mean, that would be cheaper than buying ships initially. But the biggest problem with the refinery is it will just completely destroy this oil. It will take it, and we're using it to generate power. So or we invest in another oil refinery as well. Sorry, another oil well. And get that oil online. That's why you start with clothing. Instead, you're trying to get online require too many resources. Never tried the clothing line. Hang on, let's have a look at this. How does this work then? Miscellaneous. Clothes. Fabric factory and a clothing factory. Now, the problem with clothing factory is I'd have to make chemicals. Chemicals require us to do research, which requires a uni. So that's going to take a little while to even get that research done. We need more people and we need a uni. Import them. So let's see. Fabric factory or a clothing factory. We're going for clothing. 80 workers. Consumes 2.5 ton of fabrics and 21 ton of fabric. And exports 7.5 ton of clothes. At this stage, you're probably better off exporting excess oil by trucks and raking some money. Later, you can start worrying about refining a bit later. I'm not sure we can make a lot of money with oil. Like 22 rubles per ton, I assume. It's not exactly a main winner, is it? Clothes sell for an absolute fortune. But to make clothes, you need fabric. What else do you need? Wait, so you buy fabric at 388 and you sell it for roughly 3 to 4 times the price. All right? or you can import crops and chemicals and make the fabric as well. Crops are fairly cheap, but you need quite a bit of them. Chemicals are fiercely expensive. One clothing factory will produce 4 tons in a year only. One of these. 4 tons in a year? What are you reading there? Consumption at maximum production, 2.5 tons of fabric. How do you know that, Olicast? How do you know what the maximum production is? Yeah, but Sergeant Kelly, if you can only make 4 tons of clothing a year, that's a bit rubbish. But I don't know where Olicast got that number from. I can see 4.4 tons of pollution. It says max production is 1.2 tons per day. Yeah, so 1.2 tons per day times 365 days doesn't sound like 4 tons, Olicast. Because I think you might have misread the pollution line as 4 tons a day. Cryptics, thank you for 43 months. Yeah, okay. So we can make 1.2 tons per day, and each of that sells for 1,300. So you can make 1,500 per day, roughly. Is that right? It's not exactly big bucks because you're not exactly you're not even taking in your buying costs into account. I don't see how you're making big bucks out of this. The problem is chemicals are very expensive. Maximum production per workday, 5 tons of fabric. And that requires 21 tons of fabric. So you can't even make enough for that easily. You need 4 fabric factories to feed one of them, if I'm reading that right. It's per workday, so multiply by the number of workers. Why would you expect to make big bucks early game? Because I'm used to transport fever, and you can do that. But there must be a way of making good money. Because a lot of stuff is expensive to build. Like when we start importing steel, you know, it costs a lot of money. Maybe we should just be refining uranium. That's where the money is. You're playing the game of speed, you made 3.5 million in 6 years off clothes. Okay. Can you sell it abroad by train? If yes, then it's a money wrecker. Yeah, you can. Because there's a train export line here. So we can train them out here. There's only one platform at this particular. But there's, you know, you could build a train line, bring it into here, somewhere here maybe. Oh, this is our iron ore, so we won't go there. So probably here. Can't you make the chemicals and fabric when it's worth to make clothes? We can't make chemicals yet. Fabric, we need farms. We don't have any of that. I think what you have to do is start somewhere middle of the food chain, sorry, the production chain, and then later on you start to make your own raw materials as well. But earlier on, you've got to buy the fabric and the chemicals. You've got to buy those things. Later on, yes, you can make fabric yourself once you can make your own chemicals or crops. And then, you know, you reduce your raw cost as well. Mark644, thank you very much. Thanks for gifting 10 subs. Welcome, guys. We get some squirrel gift in chat for Mark, please. But I've never made the clothing factory. I don't know how profitable it is. I know it needs a lot of workers. You can just import the fabric, make clothes and sell them. Yeah, that's exactly what we're thinking of doing, Costello. That's exactly the point. So we would need a clothing factory which we probably want to put here-ish, somewhere, so that we can later on train that out, even though it doesn't have a train. Interesting. Maybe it doesn't produce enough. You dodged the bomb. Well done. Well done, Le Kremlin. You managed to dodge the sub-bomb. Well done. Your prize is absolutely nothing. Quite literally nothing. Who dodged that free sub? Hoi! Yeah, we're going to have to get a lot of workers up here, but we've already got the bus stop, so we could leverage that, I guess, just put on bigger buses. Get warehouse with the train line to the factory. That's what we'd have to do, realistically speaking. I am concerned about building over this, though. It's free gravel, isn't it? But then there's loads of them around, so let's not worry about that. We're getting our gravel from here. So yeah, we can use this as a build. We can use this as a clothing factory. Let's think of it that way. Initially, I guess we can... Where's storage? General cargo. Warehouse can take... That can bring in fabric, and we can put the clothes into it. So we need one of them. So we need trucks bringing in the fabric, and then we can put the clothing straight into the warehouse, and then the trucks can take it away. So we can do it that way. Of course, it does mean that the warehouse is quite a way away from the main town. Can you make fabric from crops? Yes, you can. I believe. You need chemicals as well. So we would want... So that has a train line. So if we're thinking later of exporting stuff, we kind of want to have... Actually, let's put the factory down first. I hope this works. Right, so we want this in walking distance of the bus station so they can walk to work. So we kind of want to do that. Maybe even that. And then... That should allow them to walk straight to here. What I didn't consider was power. Does a warehouse need workers? Didn't actually check that bit. No, it doesn't. Seems it doesn't. Interesting. Okay, so that needs 80 workers. We don't have enough people, but that's not full. So it might be time to start building a second residential block. I am concerned about money, though. We really need to start making money. Gauser, thank you for 66. So, well, I am hoping this is going to make us good money. The university thing is worrying me. We need a uni before people become uneducated. 27 people can't study, so we would kind of need a uni. Citizens, education. Where's the education block? Medical, technical. We want a technical, really, don't we? Technical university. God. Why do you have to be so long? If you put it here, do you reckon they'll walk to that? It looks like they will. I think they will. I'm hoping they can get through, though. I hope that's not a connection to the building. Will they walk around that or not? If they come along here, will they walk past it? Yeah, we'll make sure. Oh, it doesn't like that. Doesn't like that for some reason. Even though it goes green, it doesn't like it. Click the uni and check the walk path. Oh. That's a negative. Uh-oh, global market report. Don't like the sound of this. $317 meters to the residence. Hopefully that means they will. Electricity problem. Hang on. It's kicking off. There's a problem with electricity to one or more buildings. The church. Really? Disconnected the substation. How? How did that even happen? That's just bizarre. The game's ability to get you to delete things that you don't want to delete is just unprecedented. Is that a high or it can't be a high? It shouldn't be this hard though, should it? Oh, hopefully that's gone. Global market. The price of oil in the global market is going down. Experts believe that this change in price may take up 3 weeks before prices return to normal. Well, luckily for us, we're not selling oil. Doesn't mean we could buy it, though. Maybe we should fill our boots with oil. Just fill the tanks up. Just import a load of it. Right, what's the walking distance? That's 304 meters to that bus station. I'm hoping that's okay. Might be a bit quicker. if we do that. 285 now. That's fine. Use the demolish tool each category instead of a general bulldozer. Yeah, but you've got to dig through the menus to find it. I get what you're saying, but I highlighted a footpath and it deleted a pylon. Like, I didn't want that. It shouldn't delete something of a completely different type. Apparently can't enjoy culture. They want a bit of culture. That sport percentage is still very low. Even though there's a lot of spaces to play tennis and football. I'm not sure I understand that. Good morning, Pep. Right then, so we need a lot more workers up here, which means we need much bigger buses. But we need to get a, what, distribution centre? We want a distribution centre to import fabric into here, so that, and then export the clothing. So guess we can. We also need more people because we don't have enough unemployment. So I guess we're going to need more people. That's 80 more workers, but then that's 80 times 3, so we're going to need another building, aren't we? We're going to need another building. Residential. Right, I'll say don't get citizens this time. That is the jankiest footpath alignment ever. Right, so distribution centre is what we need. Mr. Ferret, sir, how you doing? Thank you for 87 months. Hope you're well. Looks like a saluting snowman. I don't know what you mean. Oh my god, that money's going down. Right, distribution office is what we need. Which is under here. Small distribution or a train distribution or a medium distribution. I'll go with medium, although I think I've got a mod one which is better. Distribution office. Yeah, there's a 32 one there, so we'll get that. This is going to be primarily for storage and stuff, so it makes sense to put the distribution around here, but I'll leave space for another road through there as well. Have people marching halfway across town still to take the bus home. You know, they'll walk to here. They wouldn't walk to here. But, yeah. There are ways of persuading comrades to do things that you want them to do. But yeah, we start a new map. Up the difficulty, so I'm dealing with the power as well and the education now. Extra challenge. Right, what have we got going on? Now, can people actually walk to that? 339. That's a bit far. I think they'll walk 400. Ooh, bendy bus. People are indeed walking this way. I wonder if we can sneak a path through there. That's better. There you go. Let's cut the journey times. Minimal government loyalty for employees. Well, you know. 20%. Minimum government loyalty for students, 20%. We don't want any free-thinking students in our university, thank you very much. Available research, chemistry. Actually, we want to decrease the number. We'll just have background research on that. I still want to be educating students, but I want to be background researching stuff. Okay, how are we going? So I think we need more people still. So we'll start bringing in some people. Unemployment still 0. We'll give that a chance to settle down. Right, we need to set up the distribution now. So we got this. We want to go... We need to buy vehicles, don't we? Buy vehicle. Is that covered hull? I'm bringing in fabric and exporting clothes, so we want one of these. See, I don't know what size truck to go for. That can hold 6.5 tons of clothes and 9 tons of fabric. Probably need the big ones then. Get a few of them going. Having said that, it's a long journey. A long, long journey. Right, manage office tasks. Right, we'll collect that to here and here. Okay, let's pause it a sec. There's going to be a bit of unloading shenanigans going on. So at the customs house, we want to bring in fabric, don't we? And we want to unload clothes. Then at the warehouse, we want to load the clothes and unload the fabric. Then we need to get the storage percentage correct. So how much fabric do we want down there? That's the question. What do you mean big ones only? What do you mean? 20%. I wish it would show you, like, 20% of that warehouse. Like, how many tons is that? Set distribution settings for all buildings. All source buildings. Vehicles load cargo from building when building storage are filled to a bigger percentage than this. So 32 ton clothes, fabric, limit amount. Oh, you scumbag game. Oh my god, that's so annoying. That box is like a pixel away from that box. And when you've set all your stuff up here, if you accidentally tick that and tick it back on, it goes, let's go back to 10%. Oh, that is just dirt UI design, that is. Alcohol, we'll get rid of that. Food. Right, so what do we want to store? We want to store... I don't know how many tons of fabric we want. What did that need? Maximum maximum consumption. 2.4 tons of fabric. Is that multiplied by the number of workers? Consumption at maximum production. Is that 2.4 tons of fabric per workday for the entire factory? In which case, 113 tons is a lot. $65, $35. Yeah, 2/3, 1/3. So that's our ratio of storage, that's fine. But then on the distribution, which is this bit, unload percentage, 20%. Vehicles unload to cargo building when building storage are filled to a low percentage of this. So when it gets less than 20%, it will start sending fabric there, is what that says. Even though at the moment it's on 30 something. So 30%. And then load everything. That should do it. I hope. We have workers in place. Although I'd argue these buses might need to be bigger, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. No workers, really? Unemployment 0. I think we need more people still. Jeez, that school is full. Not enough teachers, I think. Need power to distribution office. Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Building is without power. What power does it need? Medium? Wait, what were it? Where's it getting it from? Buildings without power. Wait, what? What? What's going on? What's going on? I smell shenanigans. Yeah, but why? This doesn't have power, this doesn't have power. This does. Okay, so we've been missing power in this area for a while. There's a medium there. Okay, so what we need to do is... That's been confusing because that's been loaded up on gravel, even though it doesn't have any power. But it's been happily loaded up on gravel. Okay, that's fine now. It's fine. Right, we've got 6 trucks. They're on the way. I don't know, it got to nearly half full without any power. Yeah, that's probably true. We could probably load it up but couldn't pick it up. Because you need a Jeff down at security before you can pick it up, right? And he can't work without his TV screens, so that he can be on security duty whilst watching Twitch and YouTube videos and Netflix. And he needs power for that. So there's no way you could get gravel from there without power, because Jeff would not lift that barrier. He'd been able to lift the barrier. Even if he didn't have his iPad, he wouldn't be able to lift that barrier because it's an electric barrier. You see? And the kettle, yeah, for his cups of tea. No workers on that bus. I find that very hard to believe. Unemployment 1. Okay. We are low on teachers. And professors. Blimey. Don't we get some experts in? Let's get some educated people in. Uh-oh. Production in the building was stopped. No workers. For some reason, nobody's getting on the bus. Nobody is getting on the bus. Like, there's 0 people on the bus now. They're not coming up here. I just don't think we have the bodies anymore. Electricity problem. Oh, you see, you're supplied from there. You see, that's the problem. You're not on the other circuit. Yeah, everybody's pouring over to the university. That's the problem. Let's get some people in. We need workers right now. I mean, wait, buildings without power. Oh, God, don't tell me you're... Hang on. We're going to have to fix this. The problem is all these buildings here are driven off that power plant electrically, and they need to be on that circuit, though. Because that circuit is imported. That's a pain. We've got 75 staff in here educating people. Put a few more on research. We import energy as well if we need to. But the way I've tried to set it up is that if this is outputting power, we won't be buying any, we'll be selling it. But if this goes down, as it has done now, because people haven't gone to work, all of our infrastructure is not, like, dependent on the power from this thing. which is true for all of it apart from this bit. It just so happens that this bit is wired directly to the power plant, and it needs to be wired over here to this bit so that it sits outside of the power plant, which is this. So we need to effectively get power lines from here to the substation that's around here. So it's kind of hard to visualize the electric circuit in this thing. No, I don't, Burline switch. No, I don't. That's cleverer than that, mate. Yeah, I want... Is there no overlay I can put on to visualize what's going on here? Overlay... Of course, there's no power overlay. Why would you want that? Let's just want it to show me the lines. God. What do you mean last one? Last one's a building properties. Voltage. It's not... It's not showing me what I want. I want to see the line connections. Not the power it's consuming. I want to see the lines. Especially at night, it's a pain to see what's going on. Right, let's get rid of... Can't work out what this is. Medium voltage switch. That's just a 3-point connection, isn't it? I think I need to delete that. Right, hopefully that's fixed it. Yeah, it's got voltage. So now, this is feeding into this junction, but also the imported electricity is feeding into this junction. So if this won't take up the load, this will, and everything's fed properly. Kindergarten's full, it's why people won't work. Maybe that's got something to do with it. How can we see what... How can we see the people who can't go to work because of that? See, people can't work due to sickness. We need a hospital. Fall without a job. Can't enjoy culture. Yeah, I have a bypass system. I just can't show you because there's no overlay. But what's basically happening is power is imported from here, right? So power comes in and power goes out. So that's an export, that's an import. So power comes in and joins with whatever the power plant's doing. So any surplus gets sent out, any shortfall gets imported. So it's redundant over the unemployment stat. Literally can't. Workers taking care of their baby. That would show it, wouldn't it? I mean, the kindergarten is not full, so that's fine. However, the school is probably in need of another one. But there's only 2 teachers. There's only 2 teachers. But that's fine because they got 22 kids in the classroom and 26 in the yard. So you just send them all out to play. It's easy. Unemployed workers due to sickness due to small child. Yeah, that's fine. Adults who cannot study 0. Children who cannot study 0. So according to this, everything's fine. At the moment. However, last chance to buy. What's this? Last chance to purchase a brand new vehicle. Production has ended and there are only limited stocks remaining. Oh wow, as if that's a thing? What would be nice is if you could say the workers here have a higher priority than the workers here. So when you're deciding where to go, I want you to go here. Is there no way of doing that? Prioritizing the places that people work. Excuse me, thank you for tier 2, 59 months there. Thank you very much. Yep, new nut next month. Orchid Station, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Click on the bus station. Right. Then what? What can we do? Where should citizens be going to work? Add buildings where they should go. Doesn't really help, does it? What do you mean this one? Okay, so it's okay saying go here and go here. But that, yeah, I hate that. No, that's not what I want at all. I really don't like that. That's a percentage thing. It's rubbish. It's actual rubbish. It doesn't mean anything. It's saying, oh, I want 20% of the people who get off this station to go there. Well, you don't know how many are coming through, and the number can rise and fall, so saying 20% go here is just dumb. No, it is rubbish, Sergeant Kelly. It's actual rubbish. I disagree with you. It's not how you want it to work at all. What you want to say is, when you got off here, prioritize that. If you can't work, if there's no spaces there, go here. If you can't go there, go here. Not, I want 20% there, because that's 15, that's 80. Now I've got to sit here and do mental maths trying to work out what percentage of people I want to go here and there. I don't know, Captain Flint. Our money's slowly going up. Are we actually making stuff? Right, we've got some fabric and we're actually making clothes. Look at that. If you put it 90% of the power, will it just fill to capacity and then overfill? Don't know. And the other thing I don't like about doing that is you then also have to remember, if I add something else in this vicinity, I've got to remember to add that to the list of things Otherwise, people will get off this bus and not go there. So you get a problem that you build for yourself. And I've got to look at which places need workers. That doesn't. That does. That does. That does. You do a 60%, 40%. That way 6 out of 10 will go to the first place. When it's full, they will go to the others. Right, so if I go, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why can't I add that? Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3. So there's those 3 places, right? That doesn't need any people. That doesn't need any people. So you say, I want you all to go to the gas power plant. And then go to the clothing factory. And the rest of you go there. Right, so what will that do? Or if I say, like, do that, what will that do? They'll still go to the other places if the power plant is fully staffed. So that's saying to them, everybody who gets off here goes working here, and if it's full... Where's the nearest bus coming in? Right, so there's 5 workers here. Let's see what happens. This bus coming in has 5 people on it. The space is here, and there's this one has got 5 spaces. This has got 40. This has got 2. Let's see what he does. 5 people. Of course, there's now more than 5 spaces, so they're all going to go in there now, presumably. So we still don't get to see what happens. So there's nobody coming in on a bus. Do we just not have enough people? The number's going down, 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 down. It's not being refilled. 27. Here we go. Let's see what happens now then. Right, so there's a space of about 7 people here. Sorry, 8 people here. There's a lot of space here, and this one's empty. So they've got off the bus. They filled that. Everybody else has gone here, and nobody has gone here. So maybe we want to say... Oh, what is going on with this? You click that, you get 3%. You click that, you get 3%, and that one goes to 2%. Hang on. So why don't we just... I don't know. Why don't we just do that then? So fill up this thing, and what's left, split yourselves 50-50 between those two. Maybe that'll work. Inaccurate marksman, thank you for 54 months. We definitely need a hospital. I don't think we have the staff for it because hospitals need a lot of people. $50 people. Let's do that. Can you tell the bus passing near the housing to go to the other bus stop? What are the bus stop? If you don't force to leave the bus, if a worker don't find a free place to work, he not leave the bus and drive back to city. Not sure I really understand what you're saying. 2 people. That's full. This has got full now. That's nearly full. So they should all go this way now. This is what they've more or less done. We've got 90 tons of fabric. We should hopefully be seeing money coming in from exports now. Not yet, apparently. I thought we'd be selling clothes by now. You have an option to force the workers to leave the bus station. Is that on the line? Do we do that on the line itself or on the station? I presume the line. I know bus stop. At this station, unload everybody. So that's already set, isn't it? It's telling everybody to get out. Force citizens to step out from this vehicle at this stop. Transfer point to another line. Is that what we want? I mean, this is saying unload 100%. I'm not sure that's what we want. Right, it's June, we're in summer, but we're going to have to start thinking about heating soon. That's a slow money progression right there. Yikes, look at that. In May, imported 250,000, exported 16,000. Rip. I don't like this balance sheet. The trucks are supposed to be doing that. The distribution center trucks, which are mostly sat here doing nothing, will in fact sell clothing, or should be, unless we mess the line up. So it says from the warehouse, collect clothing, and then unload it when you get to the customs house. But I'm not really seeing them doing very much. Can you not combine an electric and heating plant? I don't know. Maybe they only go when there's a truckload. I mean, they got 4.5 tons of clothing. Maybe they only go and do it when it reaches 24 tons or something. I just showed it to you on Amici. It's literally take that. Look, close. And we want 0% storage, therefore it shouldn't be storing any. It'll only go when there's a truckload. Right, and the trucks are like 24 tons, aren't they? Maybe we just have too many trucks. Because the other thing is... Yeah, I think we just have too many trucks, to be fair. What have you got? He's got 9. He's full up on fabric. Voltage fluctuations on the distribution side. Or this. That seems okay to me. You want to set the storage to something above 0 so you can deliver some of the clothes you make to the store in town. I was thinking about that, like... Where's the shop gone? That one. I mean, we could just move some of them into town and then we're not... Oh, come on, game. No workers again. No workers on the bus. I don't understand. I do not understand. %, that's a lot, isn't it? That's annoying. That's not how Soviet Russia works, Bucky. So, when there's nobody working here, this conveyor belt doesn't work anymore. This is cool. Oh well. Unload, close food, electronics. Traffic jam. This gets better and better. Oh, come on, game. How are we supposed to fix this? Maybe when the workers return, it'll carry on. We have nobody working here, and nobody working here. We have 0 workers. And nobody on the bus coming in. This is amazing. Is it... everybody just having a day off? Nobody on that one either. Nobody waiting at the bus station. Where is everybody? We've got 800 workers. What are they doing? That building's full. That's almost full. Maybe we just need more people. I don't know. It's kind of bonkers. We're getting another building shortly. So they've all got what? They've all gone staffed this thing up. We don't need 50 people here. 20, there you go. Scale that back. It does firefighter. You're right. We should start making our own concrete soon. Yeah, we'll probably need to buy an ambulance. Speed, capacity, value. Right, let's get two slightly smaller ones. 500. 343s look like. Well, we have got 75 working there, but we're also researching, and chemistry's coming along quite nicely. So I'm not too fussed about that. Because, you know, the long-term goal is to make fuel and bitumen, then also make chemicals. If we make chemicals, that's going to save money when we're making fabric. But we just can't get people to work. This is bizarre. It's actually bizarre. We are getting low on money. Thanks for an ad about Uber Eats 1,000 times. Don't you love Twitch ads? YouTube has more variety of ads as well. Yoku, thank you for 2 years. Happy anniversary. Inaccurate Marksman, thanks for 54. Okay, right. Let's get some people. What's unemployment like? Unemployed workers, 30. Right, colour me confused right now. Are we saying there's no jobs? I think there's like 70 jobs here. I tell you, the best approach is to put a resident block right next to the working building. The problem is they get sick from pollution, but my God, they work there. If they can walk to work, they're much happier. I'm glad to say that's all flowing again. And the money's going back up. Woo! Culture. We need a bit of culture. People are complaining about culture. What was it that did culture? Was it these things? Oh, it was a cinema, wasn't it? Yeah. That was right. Cinema, gallery of art. 20,000 rubles for a cinema. Put it over here in our little complex. Oh man, thought it was a small fountain. Cannot build use of infrastructure. So absurd. There we go. Oh yeah, a bit more culture going on now. It's just the best. Where did they get that soundbite from? Right, we have 0 unemployment right now. It feels like certain times of the day we've got loads of workers like this, and then other times of the day everybody disappears and nobody's working. It's weird. You want it again? Hang on. Government loyalty bonus. Right, it's 3 p.m, so I'm going to take a quick break. Save as. Call it Saturday 7. There we go. Right. When I come back, we're going to have to make more money and solve the heating crisis that's about to happen. Not sure how we're going to do it because we're not really going up in money right now. So this could be interesting. Anyway, I'll be taking an hour's break now, so I'll be back at 4 p.m. So hopefully see you then. If not, if you're heading out, have a good rest of your evening. For the rest of you, I'll see you back here in an hour. Just going to go and grab some food, stretch the legs, and I'll see you in a bit. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.